So a quick introduction. Firstly, before I say anything, who in the room has heard of InMotion? Indeed, exactly as I expected. So in that case, we're going to have to do a good introduction. But first and foremost, I'd just like to say I'm Alex Blakemore. I'm a venture partner at InMotion.
And I'm John Berry, Innovation Manager at John Lewis.
So, InMotion. InMotion is a subsidiary of Jaguar Land Rover. And simply put, what we do is we invest in smart mobility solutions and future transportation startups. We have an accelerator, a corporate venture arm, and we also do internal product development. In short, if your business involves getting people and goods from A to B, then we're interested in speaking to you. The new thinking of InMotion is underpinned by brands with a heritage that goes back to 1948 when we think of Land Rover and 1922 when we think of Jaguar. That adds up to 164 years. And I'll hand now to John, who's representing John Lewis, who only has 153 years of...
So I joined the business, John Lewis, about almost 3 years ago now, and the first thing I wanted to do was create a skunkworks, a place to bring ideas to life, so we could rapid experiment and really explore what the future of retail could look like. And I have an engineer, a designer, and a software developer, and we really have the opportunity to try and predict the future of retail through minimum viable products and rapid experimentation.
So, we had a look at the MetaPack website before coming today. Just wanted to get a feel for some of the key themes. And there are a couple of quotes that I just wanted to read aloud. Firstly, e-commerce delivery is a key differentiating factor and has a significant impact on the consumer purchasing decision. And I just wanted to highlight that, personally, and I'm sure we all feel the same, we all have different delivery needs as customers of parcel delivery. Me personally, I work through the week. Receiving parcels is a challenge. They generally end up with my neighbour or at a local delivery centre. So, personally, maybe I'm looking for some different solution. Also, there's a distinct gap between consumers' expectations and the reality of delivery and returns. So, the challenge is there, it's set for the delivery industry to provide us all with an outstanding customer experience, whatever our preferences.
So the customer is at the heart of everything we do. It's where we begin and where we end our innovation process. We also explore consumer expectations driven by the emergence of global innovations such as artificial intelligence, virtual and augmented reality, just to name but a few. If we start to then merge those findings with insights from evolving human behaviours and new trends that we're seeing, we can then start to predict future retail scenarios that we hope will revolutionise the way customers can engage with the brand. So,
time. It's a key issue for customers, and it's been mentioned through the day today. I picked up a parcel at a parcel shop during my commute last week, and it only took me maybe a couple of minutes out of my usual route to pick up that parcel. So on the face of it, a really convenient solution, but personally at that point in time, it felt like an inconvenience. Just that extra few minutes in my journey during a critical period of the day felt like a less convenient experience than I expected it to. So at the heart of what we need to provide the customer is time. The less of their time delivery takes, the better. Today we all have mobile devices. The cost of technology is falling. GPS, GSM network connectivity and Bluetooth chips getting cheaper and cheaper all the time. So how can we use the propensity of mobile devices and the lower cost of technology to deliver an exceptional service for customers? The pace of technological change creates an expectation in our customers of a service based on mobile devices. With the onset of homes and objects being connected, more small deliveries may become the trend, with our kitchen cupboards and our bins ordering small batches of goods on our behalf when they run low. What can we do to make more frequent deliveries more convenient for busy households? So, what if we could remove the fear of missed deliveries? What if we can create a more efficient last mile delivery system with fewer missed deliveries? What if this is based on a tech platform that provides the customer with communication when they want it? Linking back to what Patrick Wall said earlier, collaboration on tech platforms is really key for delivery and delivering that exceptional service for customers, and also open systems. And on that note, I'd like to introduce you to Drummond, who's been working on something in the InMotion accelerator.
In previous years, I've been used to the manic rush, frantically searching for Christmas presents around London before hitting Oxford Street in a last-minute panic. But in my mind, this time it was going to be different. I had images of doing all my Christmas shopping online in an evening before sitting back with a nice glass of red wine. The reality was slightly different. So my wife and I ended up spending the run-up to Christmas rushing between newsagents, depots, post offices, picking up the Christmas presents that should have been sitting under the Christmas tree. The worst thing, here's an actual missed delivery slip that's been sitting on my desk. We still haven't managed to pick this up over a month later. So I'm Drummond Gilbert, and I'm the CEO, founder of To Boot. We're a new startup working on enabling delivery to a car boot. And at To Boot, we can see that all our friends are shopping online more and more, but also that everyone is busier, and it means they're at home less. And it presents a challenge when it comes to delivery. So we see amazing innovation in the retail and the delivery space. But there's still a fundamental question. How do you deal with this last 20 meters? So To Boot is about giving people the freedom to shop online, but not to have to worry about delivery. It gives you the freedom to get on and live your life. And To Boot is for everyone. So the key thing is that To Boot is for everyone. It started as a project, a research project within Jaguar Land Rover. But as well as delivering a service for Jaguar and Land Rover customers, we want to fulfill our mission of enabling anyone to get guaranteed, secure delivery anywhere at any time. So with our first experiment last year, we proved the ability to lock and unlock customers' cars in a partnership with John Lewis, delivering John Lewis packages to the cars of Jaguar Land Rover management. And this was enabled using the existing InControl app for Jaguar Land Rover customers. And To Boot carried out a small number of deliveries, but there were a few key learnings. So the first one is if you're going to end up delivering to a Jaguar in a car park full of Jaguars, then you're going to have some pretty good GPS checks. And this is a picture here of John, a colleague, correctly finding the Jaguar in the car park at Jaguar Land Rover HQ. Second thing was, it was a relatively small trial that we did, but we did draw a few interesting conclusions. And one thing that we found was that customers tended to increase their basket size, i.e. Buy more shopping, when they knew that delivery was sorted and they didn't have to worry about returns. So what are we up to now? Well, we're delivering to customers with any cars in a closed trial in central London in zones 1 to 4. Our plan is to fulfill 400 deliveries and capture some interesting learnings from that. So how does this work? We plug a smart box into the customer's car, into what's called the OBD port, and the couriers will have a To Boot app which will open and close the boot using Bluetooth and track the location of the car using GPS. What's the aim of the trial? We're going to be razor-focused on Net Promoter Score, so the likelihood of our customers recommending us to their friends, because this business literally lives or dies on whether we can delight our customers. And the second really important thing for us is the fulfillment rate. So if currently 10% of deliveries are failing at the first attempt, that's something that we'd like to significantly improve on. If the trial is successful, we'll look to integrate this directly with scheduled delivery companies and work out how we can arrange for deliveries to go from warehouse to car boot. Once we've finessed some of the operational aspects of delivering to car boots, there's a lot of interesting places that To Boot can go. Because fundamentally what we're doing is we're creating a network of car boots. So the first thing is peer-to-peer. From speaking to potential customers, we found out that 80% of people would be prepared to accept deliveries on behalf of family members, friends, and neighbours. And 60% of people would be prepared to accept deliveries of a much larger To Boot network if they could earn income from doing so. And actually another interesting consideration, if you've created this network of car boots, is that they could act as waypoints. So you might, as a courier, you might have a situation where you need to pick up a package at a certain time, but you can't deliver it to the customer until much later. Potentially what you can do with To Boot boots is you can have one courier dropping it off in a To Boot boot for another one to come and pick it up at a later point and take it to the customer. And then gifting. So we're collecting some really interesting location data about our customers, but also in terms of their shopping habits, where they buy from, who they buy from, and when. And this creates an interesting opportunity for gifting. And then in terms of customer returns, a big problem for retailers. So what we can eliminate is the need for returns to go all the way back down the supply chain, back to the warehouse. And we can arrange for a smarter solution where the return will actually go to another customer. And the last really exciting thing that I think we're creating is the ability to do nighttime deliveries. So this will allow much better fleet utilization by allowing deliveries to be made at a time when it wouldn't previously have been possible to make them. It's something that TfL are keen to encourage as well. And an additional significant advantage from this is that there'll be less traffic on the road, so the deliveries can happen much quicker. So we're at the beginning of a really exciting opportunity, exciting journey. We think this can solve a lot of problems. We can make delivery a much better solution for lots of different people. But what we really need is to form really exciting partnerships to take this forward in the same way that we have done with John Lewis and Jaguar to get it started. If anyone would like to see the video, just email me at drummond@toboot.co. Thank you very much.